Welcome back. Hopefully this should be quite an interesting one. I haven't really been able to see any sort of other images on the internet of people moving the wiper motor or hiding it. I'm going to give it a good go, try and show you everything that I do, everything that I break, which will probably be a mainly braking video. So yeah, we're going to take it from the outside, as in the engine bay, hopefully twist the tube or linkage so that goes through the bulkhead maybe, and then have the motor mounted on the inside. You know, for maintenance wise it's going to probably be an absolute nightmare because you have to take the dash out to get the motor out if it breaks, but hey ho, you won't be able to see it if it works. So let's go and show you the car instead of me nattering on. That's its normal sort of position for the wiper motor, and the tube running back underneath there with the little wheel boxes, which are easy to get in and out now. There's nothing in the way, but my god, they are not pleasant to get in and out normally. So the plan is to relocate this, as I said before. That's the normal mounting screw down here, and with that out of there, that will look a hell of a lot tidier. I'm unfortunately going to have a servo on this side, but hey ho, what can you do? So that tube up there, the plan is twist that tube around, pop that through, just pop it through. I'm sure it'll be very simple and easy and it will just work out straight away. Probably go through around here ish, which will mean drilling the hole from the other side, and then hopefully we can make some nice complicated bracketry to hold this on the inside of the car. Let's give it a go, shall we? So I've whipped the motor off. It's fairly simple, didn't bother filming that, so I can tell you how I did it, but you probably already know. So under here there's two little nuts either side that let this tube pivot slightly, and with those loose, both ends, you can then pull the bit of wire out for the motor. So what we need to work out is whether this will take a little bit more of a bend. If it will be amazing. Obviously too much bend and the wire will not be able to run through that tube very well at all. So just bent a little bit more, that would be great. Then allow that tube and nut to be on the other side of the bulkhead at my guesstimations. Actually, to be fair, it might even make it as it is. If it does, I might have to bend it at all. The problem is, it's going to be working out where to drill the hole, I think. The other alternative was try to extend it, as in extend this end of the tube, but I don't know whether you're able to get another longer piece of cable to go through there. I would doubt it. It's got to go all the way along there to the other side, poke out there, and then pull itself back this way to turn the wheel box to move your wipers to clear your windscreen. Or if you're in America and you're watching this, your windshield. So this is the current method of the madness, and there is quite a bit of madness going on here. So I've taken this bent bit off of there to hopefully give me a bit more spectrum on the best route to get this through the bulkhead, this end, without having to bend this or anything. So it doesn't really matter where the motor mounts on the inside, because wherever it goes, it's the glove box will, you know,
you won't be able to have a glove box anymore. So I'm thinking about here. Obviously the angle is all a bit skew iffy at the minute because it's not in there. So that will give you a few more mil inside. Yeah, which is kind of just above this peculiar looking bit here. I'm not too sure what that is, whether that's, it looks like it's been welded in. It's definitely metal. Okay, that's a 12mm hole in there. It's just kind of linked up with the other one a little bit, but we'll see how we go. We don't know if it's going to fit yet or not, so hopefully it's roughly in the right place. But let's see. That's what the MIG welder's for, isn't it? Well, that end fits, which is good. That's a good start. Ideally, we want this nut end on the inside of the car. That's what I'm planning anyway. We'll have to see how much length we got on the outside. Right, so this is completely no BS. Just going for it the first time, see if we've got enough. Ooh. Maybe just enough. A quick sneaky peeky, see where that nut is on the other side. Oh no, it's right at the end, I can see that from here. Oh, that is blimming close. I don't really want to bend this because I think that that wire will get a bit snagged up. Yeah, instead of trying to force this around here, I think I've got to just nick that away a little bit. Two holes become one and all that. We can have a nice little grommet in there. That coming through there like that, and it's gone. Yeah, let's make that hole a little bit bigger. There you go, that's how it's done. A bloody great oval hole. I reckon that'll just about do us. What do you reckon then? Is it going to go through this little a wibbly wobbly cable? I reckon it might do. Let's give it a whirl. The wheel boxes, especially this first one that's got to go through, is not super duper free, so it might be a little bit stuck. Well, that's a good start. It's disappearing. And that one's spinning. I can see it. You can't. Oh, the other one's spinning. Ah. Okay. That going on, he says. I was beginning to wonder whether it was a left-hand thread or something stupid like that, but hey ho, it is not. It was just me being a dickhead. So, let's wound that bad boy in there. Look at that. So, let's alter the lighting situation here. Oh, look at that back lighting. Couple of cable ties, job done, I think. Doing a bit of electrical winging it here with the power probe, just to see if it will work in this position. You know, might be alright on the other side, but it might be putting a bit too much strain on the cable in here. Well pleased with that. Yeah, literally couldn't be happy with that, so that looks great. Now all we've got to do is figure out how we're going to mount it in here. I'm thinking that looks quite good. And if the dash, I know this is not your standard dash rail here, if you had that there, you got just about enough space to get a dash of some description sort of flush up against this. So then when this breaks, you have to take 90% of the carter bits to change it, but these never break. Remember, it's electronic. No, seriously, I mean, this has been in storage for God knows how long. It looks like crap and it works. So very pleased, and it works where I want it to, which is, you know, even better. Right, this is the tricky bit for me. Now, the bit that no one sees on YouTube is they're just sitting in a freezing cold garage for probably 15-20 minutes just staring at a windscreen wiper motor in the middle of a Mini, wondering how you're going to get it to that next stage. So I'll show you what my brain is thinking, and hopefully you get an image in your head and see if I can make that image. So this is what I've been staring at for the last 15-20 minutes. I then decided to flip the motor around, as you can see, which I think looks a lot better. Not that you're going to see it, but I think it looks like that's how it should be, if that makes sense. We've got clearance for a dash, which is great. And so the clamp I want to try and make, it's like a C-shaped clamp. Okay, so I'm thinking if I make two C-shapes to clamp around the actual motor, one of which, so this one, because I'm holding the camera with the other hand, so this one will be the back one that will attach to the actual inner wing. If that's welded to the inner wing, you could have two flats at the top and the bottom of the C, which have both got captives on, and then you could put your other C over the top with a little bit of rubber in between and tighten it down. Then, God forbid, if it does break, undo them two, take it out without too much problem. See if I can make it. Let's give it a whirl. Some 25 by 2 mil here, so I've just offered it up against the motor and it looks, you know, like spot on compared to the original strap. So I've had this for years in my cupboard, so hopefully we can put this to some good use. My maths is absolutely terrible, so the way my brain is working here is, so I've measured the width here, which I've then scored on there, then I've halved that measurement, right, still with me, still added that on to there, that little line there, which should take me halfway down the motor, yeah, thinking. And then I've put 20 mil on that, which will give me two 10 mil flanges either end.
sort of result we wanted. But we don't have those posh machines. Ideally you want one of them tube machines. You just put the steel in and just crank it and roll it and you get it perfectly round. This is not quite perfectly round, but I'm sure we could probably make it perfectly round with a little bit more fettle in. I tried using a bit of round steel bar. No way was I going to be able to bend that. So using the little trick in the vise, just slowly just tweaking it ever so slightly, working great, and we're nearly fitting good. There we are, look at that, that actually fits quite nicely. Right, super pleased with how it's looking. All I've got to do is get a bit of rubber now to go in between the motor and that C-shaped bracket that we just made up. This new microphone, which is hopefully now recording my voice, decided it didn't want to sync, or I don't know, I'm not very good with that techie stuff, but it didn't flipping work. So I've had to lose a load of video footage of showing you how I did this or that and everything else, but hopefully you get a rough idea on how I've done it, and hopefully now it will continue to work and you can hear me a lot better. Right, let's go and have a little look. Maybe I'll talk to you about how I did it now. You can hear me, hopefully. Yeah, so the top edge there, the one with a bit of a blobby weld on it, that had to be a lot shorter than the bottom because of the angle of the bulkhead. So now I could get clearance with this top dash rail. That was the main thing, getting that motor to sort of sit at that angle, which you should probably be able to see from my videos, but you wouldn't have been able to hear me actually chatting away. Yes, all it needs is a clean up, say that bit of rubber in there, and then we're good to rock. I'm not going to stick it on until I've top coated this because it's only in the zinc primer at the minute, but I will just offer it up in the car with both bits of rubber in there, and I think we'll call that a wrap on this one. There it is in all its glory, finally finished. The only thing that I would have said was probably had a bit of room for improvement was probably that hole up there. Maybe make it a little bit bigger, and then you know, that could be a bit more centralised, the actual tube going through there. Very pleased, super tidy, I think it looks good. So there's clearance. I'm going to spin you around here, hopefully you won't get seasick. There's your upper dash rail, can't see it. So yeah, there's clearance for dash. Right, thanks very much again for watching. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below again.
like you always do, which is really great to see. And I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. Again, very pleased. There's been a lot of noodle racking on this one, trying to work out bits and bobs, but yeah, like the first sort of like C-shaped clamp that I made took a couple of evenings to make. Second one, half an hour. So I don't know how long this one's taken. I've been a bit on and off with this one. So it's probably been, I don't know, the actual working out where the hole needed to be and things like that and what I wanted to do, not that long, but the actual making of the bracket took quite a long time. Probably, again, 6-7 hours, something like that, I would have thought. Yeah. So, next episode, I think we're going to try and do the gear shifter turret. That's obviously coming inside the car. There's a bit of a mess in there, which you've seen previously. We've got to try and make a custom sort of turret that the actual selector's going to sit on. I do quite like the idea of the curved ones rather than just a straight up and down. See if I can make it. Join me for the next one, see if I can do it. Thanks again for watching.